It's the Munster Cast. Welcome to the show. We got a blast from the past. Yeah, it's the Munster Cast. You know what it is. Hit like, hit follow, subscribe to the biz. Leave a comment, share, let your thoughts fly.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Munster Cast, the podcast where we watch and talk about the Munsters and Munsters adjacent. I'm, of course, your host, Myke Shrews, here with my co-host and friend, Tivis. So, Tivis, please tell the audience out in the Munsterverse how I made you get up earlier to record, because I couldn't sleep.
My head looks more and more like a pear every year.
Now that you point that out, someone's going to make a pear out of you.
I mean, they can try, but I've seen the real thing. Good luck.
How you been, dude?
Oh, I've been doing good. Little behind the scenes thing. Switched out my computer internal storage, and we had technical problems. So we haven't done this in a while as I try to figure out why none of my stuff is working. And I think it's because my RAM is dying. But that's another problem.
for a while, for everybody out there, usually we're a week ahead in recording. So when we took a week off, now we're not ahead at all.
Yeah. But to fix that, I have an idea, and I want to hear. Myke and I are still discussing it, so it might not happen, but I want to hear from the audience.
Mm-hmm.
What if we do like little supplemental stuff? Because watching 2 episodes a week is really hard right now for me.
If
we
watch
just
2 a week,
no, but trying to get ahead in 1 week.
Trying to double.
Yeah, that's gonna be damn near impossible for me. But we could do a little supplemental stuff, which might not be very long. Could be half an hour, 40 minutes, whatever, of us just talking about stuff. Not Munster related. So anyone who's here just for that show, you could skip it. We'd prefer if you didn't, but and we'd obviously have that properly labeled. But if you're against that, let me know. If you're not, let me know. But it's just something that maybe we could do on the off weeks that, because it's summertime. It's coming up on summer here for us. We got, kids home, vacations, anniversaries, birthdays, all that stuff always gets in the way. If you've listened to us, we've been going for almost 3-4 years now. Yeah, you should know something was difficult for us. So I thought it was an idea that maybe, it's just hop on. We just chat, have a nice conversation, give you guys something to listen to, something new. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think.
Yeah, definitely let us know, guys. With that said, let's dive into the dirty business so they know where they can tell us besides, if you're watching on YouTube, of course. Hit us
don't
up in
scream
comments.
the computer screen. It's not going to help us.
All right, you can find us on all social media platforms, mostly Facebook and Instagram via the MunsterCast. You can catch our pretty ugly faces every Munster Monday via youtube.com/@TheMunsterCast. Or if you want, you can just find all of our content in one spot going to TheMunsterCast.com. That's www.TheMunsterCast.com. Over there, you can click the little microphone icon on the right-hand side of the screen, leave us a voice memo or message, whatever you want to consider it, and we will play it on air if you want us to. Otherwise, it's just for us to listen to, guys. You can also do that through any of the social media platforms as well, I believe. I know Instagram allows audio messaging. So you can also click on the store tab or go to themunstercast.com/merch and get yourself an awesome curated just for you guys out there, Munster fans, t-shirt. We have a bunch of them on there right now. It's not just the MunsterCast logo, but several different images or clips or collages, whatever you want to consider them, out there for you guys. So definitely check that out and take advantage. You can also email us at themunstercast@outlook.com. Email us any of your Munster stories, Munster fanfic, anything like that, anything that you know of in the Munsterverse that we haven't talked about, fanfic wise or content wise, stuff like that. We are getting ahead. Well, I'll get ahead real quick. We are going to move forward and do the comics eventually, so we do know about those. But yeah, you can email us at themunstercast@outlook.com, guys, and let us know all your fun Munster stories, and we would love to hear them, and if possible, share them if you allow us to. So just definitely let us know that in the comments.
Mhm.
All right, what we got, Tivis?
We also have a Patreon, which, as always, mostly just a tip jar, but honestly, your support helps the show a lot. Pays for the website, pays for these RSS feeds. Like, you guys help make this stuff happen, and we appreciate each and every one of you who has, helped us. Uh, and also, if you join, you could get our access to our Discord, which is where you can find the episodes of Munsters Today to watch. No, you cannot download them. I'm sorry. We do not want Universal mad at us right now. So,
Yeah, I like the Fast and Furious franchise, dude.
Mike's hoping we get press passes to see him early. Uh, but what helps the show a lot more than that is leaving us a review on your podcatcher of choice. If you're on Apple, give us a star rating. If you're on YouTube, comment, subscribe. You could hit that bell if you want, but if you don't visit the channels very often, they don't tell you when new episodes get uploaded. So the bell is now totally useless. Thank you, Google. Yeah, it's
Like
so
most
frustrating.
things.
Yeah. Also, telling a friend, word of mouth, that's helped grow the show exponentially.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, we keep getting messages on, I think it's Instagram, about people like, "Hey, I saw your show. My buddy sent it to me," or something like that. So, uh, yeah, it's kind of cool to see people are actually like just sharing it out there.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
So definitely. All
And
right,
actually,
Tivis.
speaking
Oh,
of
yeah.
other stuff, we could make a whole supplemental thing about. Here's a Munsters topic we could talk about that I saw on Reddit. Is the Munsters house in California? No, we don't have to get into it now, but that's just one of the many things we could do for this stuff. You
Deep
know,
dive into
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Um, I saw something yesterday, real quick before we dive into the show. It was a whose show was it? I'm gonna botch this if I think it was Geraldo. Yeah, it's Geraldo. And it is an episode where they had I might try and get this and post it onto the YouTube page, guys. So definitely check it out if I do get there. But it's child stars of the 60s and early 70s. And Al Lewis is there.
Oh,
And
really?
because Butch Patrick is like part of the panel. So Al Lewis is in the audience and stuff. And they this was shot in March 13th, 1990, I think it was, it said. Um, and they asked Butch what he thought of the new show that's out. I don't know if he was going to say something good or bad about the Monsters Today, because they kind of like cut it off and you hear a lot of laughing and the look on his face. So, with that said, I'm going to try and get this uploaded to our YouTube channel, guys, and let you guys determine whether or not he was going to say something positive, negative, or just be diplomatic about the whole situation. So, yeah, I'll send that to you too, Tivis.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
All right. So, it's what are we talking about today, bud?
Today we're talking about A Matter of Trust. Season 3. Episode 12. Or 130th overall. I think I changed that. I don't remember. I
Can I
wrote this
say
2 weeks ago.
neither of us guessed this episode?
No.
We didn't even come close.
No, we should have. They have a teenager. 2 teenagers. Yeah, this
Yeah.
aired January 26th,
Yep.
1991, as you can almost see on the screen.
Hey. Hey
Visual
now.
visual watchers. This was written by Jeffrey Russell, who only has 2 projects to his name. This was his very first writing one, according to IMDb, and then he went on to do. Or no, I'm sorry, that is not true. They have this weirdly listed. His first project was for an episode of What a Dummy. Then he did 2 more episodes of that in 91 mixed with this. So only 4 episodes of TV, but
Okay.
I think that's a shame. I think they had a talent.
Yeah.
Next up, director Jerry Ross. Strangely enough, Munsters Today, not listed on his page, but he's listed on Munsters Today for IMDb. What's up with that?
Interesting.
Yeah. So he's got an interesting thing here. Oh, well, that's probably why I'm looking at his producers. There we go. Now there's his director. He's got 3 directing credits, 7 producing, 29 writing, and 4 additional crew. Let's start with additional crew. He was a story editor for 12 episodes of Sanford and Son. Great show. Love the theme song. Also story editor for 21 episodes of Archie's Bunker and 2 episodes of Fantasy Island. And executive story editor for The New Odd Couple. 15 episodes of that. Let's see. What else has he done? He's written for a lot. I wonder if he helped write this with since that person was brand new. Or maybe this is the reason why they didn't write again. They were first writing was for
so I looked real quick. The New Odd Couple.
yeah.
It's like the African American remake. This is the description on IMDb. The American remake of the television inspired by Neil Simon Weber. But John Shook is a star in it.
Oh, really?
Yep. He's in 10 of the 18 episodes that the show got.
All right. That's one I'm not familiar with. I know the Oddlongs, the Adult Swim cartoon, but
Yeah.
Anyway, Jerry has
cool. Sorry.
That is no, it's always interesting to see how these overlap. Jerry's first writing assignment was Armstrong Circle Theater in 61. Let's see, what else has he done? The Muppets Valentine's Day Show in 74. Sanford and Son, he wrote 8 episodes, so that makes sense. He's story editor. Chico and the Man. That's a title that I don't know if I should have said. Let's see, he's written an episode for the New Odd Couple, Fantasy Island, Cosby. Yeah, so a lot of really good, Small Wonder, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Last writing was for Rock in 92.
Oh, I've seen Chico and the Man. I was looking at it. Why can't you say that?
I don't know. It just sounds probably.
Why?
I don't know. I'm tired. Let's see. He's produced Grady, The Chicago Man, Harper Valley, Cosby Show, Small Wonder, Throb, and Rock. Throb. That's an interesting named show. Genial sitcom about a young record company exec and his attempts to discover new talent. Actually, that sounds kind of interesting. I bet my wife would like that. She loves collecting records. And of his directing, he's got 3 credits, 4 episodes total. 1 episode of Starting from Scratch, this very episode, and then 2 episodes of What a Dummy.
Yeah.
So.
And just so you know, Tivis, Chico and Chica are words that are used constantly, especially in Latino households.
Hey, do not bring in other languages and their gender identifications to me, okay?
They're usually
America.
So Chico and Chica is usually referred for like younger, even though I call my wife Chica all the time.
We prefer gender neutral terms here in America. That's why we dropped that.
No, I don't. I don't prefer gender neutral.
The English language, though, they don't have that like anything else.
You're all dudes to me.
Look at French, German, Spanish. All of them have gender identification in their words. English does not.
It's the only
We
language.
decided to make it a separate thing.
It's weird. It
We
is
also
weird,
added the word "the," which
especially
is
because all the languages are
confusing.
derived from Latin, and all of Latin is gender-based words, pretty much.
What's hilarious if you okay, we're going on a tangent already, but if you look at the American English, a lot of our like slang and terminology
Mhm.
derives directly from the many German immigrants we've gotten over the years, like more so than any other language.
I could see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just interesting, you know. So let's get into the guests. Uh, So I had Mike double check this before we started, but the only guest listed is delivery man number 2. They couldn't even bother to list number 1.
Who's been on the show before?
So we got John David Conti as delivery man number 2.
Mhm.
uh, let's see, just checking out his page here, making sure
I
he
don't think he
hasn't.
did much.
Oh yeah, he did.
Did
Oh
he?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did. Okay.
Yeah, 65 credits to his name. I'm just making sure he wasn't on the show before I start going through this. First thing
No.
listed, the Betty Ford Show in 1987. So he's only been going a few years by the time this episode airs. Let's see, he's got The Beauty and the Beast, the TV show, which I believe you enjoy.
The which one?
Beauty and the Beast, the TV show,
Mm.
or was that our other mutual friend?
No, I watched it too.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I know it's come up in conversation before. Divorce Court. I've heard of that show. Aftershock, Roseanne, Reasonable Doubts, True Color, Step by Step, Doogie Howser, Sisters, Fresh Prince of Bel Air. There's a lot of one-off appearances I'm not
Mhm.
seeing. Everyone Loves Raymond.
It's just like a lot of one episodes here and there.
Yeah, what? Oh, he was on 2 episodes of Grounded for Life. That's a great show. 2 episodes of NYPD Blue. Wow, I've seen so much of the stuff he's in. This
Grounded
is
for Life, he was in 2 episodes of.
Oh, of course, the My Deja Vu, Scrubs season 5, episode 22.
Mhm.
And the last thing was Trust Me in 2007, which is ironic, and unfortunately passed away in 2009 at the age of 70,
Why is that ironic?
because the episode we're talking about is called A Matter of Trust.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. Then the other delivery man, who is uncredited for some reason.
I think he was uncredited last time too when he
Oh,
showed up.
he's been uncredited in every episode he's in.
Yeah. I think
Uh,
he's just a friend of the guy and he just shows up.
Right. It's just weird though. Why would you call the other one delivery man number 2?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, it's Frank Patton the third. You may remember him from The Melting Pot and Tell Him Herman sent you. He's been on the show before.
Mhm. Yeah.
Or maybe from his uncredited role in Last Action Hero,
It's the cop. Yeah.
Touched by Death. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
so there's our guess for this week. I swear there was a third delivery man that no one has any record of, but I know I saw him because
Yeah, there is.
yeah,
You have the
2 white guys and the other.
yeah, there was 2 white dudes and a black dude, right?
Yeah.
Let me double check. Or yeah.
Yep.
Because you had the first one, but you also had. I'm trying to remember if there was more at the
I
beginning.
swear it was
part.
just those 3.
Maybe they didn't credit him because, well, spoilers. It was a dream.
And then at the
I don't,
end.
I don't know why they didn't. Why they wouldn't credit them though? It's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
IMDb, why aren't you crediting him? There's some sus stuff for you users. All
They don't
right.
credit a lot of people for this show.
No, they don't. Makes you wonder what else they miss.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Should we dive right into this since we're on a time crunch today?
Yeah, let's do it.
Is that? Did I click that?
You clicked that. Did I
No.
do that?
There's an image on screen that I think we're going to talk about later. All right. So we open with Eddie watching MTV or Munsters TV. So they have their own television program.
Monster television.
I swear the guy said Munster.
They said monster television. I think it was uh Maryland said it.
All right. Grandpa's
Maryland or Eddie. Yeah.
Grandpa's doing a crossword. I assume he's holding like a magazine and a pen. So,
Mhm.
excuse me. Marilyn comes in as driving Miss Godzilla begins, which is a great joke, a play on driving Miss Daisy. Uh,
Yeah.
Actually, there's a great comic. I forget the name of it right now, but I'm sure if you Google, uh, it's a kaiju like Godzilla detective. The cover art is so good because it's in like a Dick Tracy outfit. It's like, well,
Yeah.
who are you trying to hide from? You're like a skyscraper creature.
Detective Kaiju.
Is that what it's called?
Yep. It's just
Oh,
called
okay.
Detective
Yeah,
Kaiju. It kind of looks a little like Hellboy.
yeah, kind of. It's great.
Pretty cool.
But Eddie needs to start his chores before his dad gets home. He says he has. He's done it. So Grandpa's like, all right, did you feed the rats? Yeah. To the vultures? Yes. He knows how to take care of pets. Then Lily comes in with a plant asking, which this plant, I thought it was going to be more important to the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, take care of this
Nothing.
plant. No,
Nothing.
it's just in the
No.
background the rest of the episode.
Yeah. Yep. Also,
So
Eddie's lack of responsibility here of not doing his chores, allegedly. Yes, that was a pause. This is why I lock the remotes up for my kids until their chores are done.
I'm telling you, that's going to cause some problem. But uh,
I'm not gonna cause no problems.
I don't know about that.
They do it, they learn. Yeah.
You think they learn. Really, it
They
just.
get a history lesson.
So, if, well, that part probably helps, but I mean, you could just quiz him. Uh, so Lily's like, hey, did you do your homework and check it? And he's like, yeah. Yeah, I did. And I'm like, I never checked my homework. I just did it. It was right. Uh, it was done, and that's good enough, you know? Anyone can make a mistake, though.
Yeah.
Grandpa says to look.
Look at her choice of husbands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was something I wrote for myself. That's not part of the show. It's been 2 weeks, people. This is going to be an interesting minefield for what I put in here as my own thoughts as I was watching and what's in the show. Herman comes in and says hi to everyone. Grandpa doesn't even look at him as he responds, which is great. I love that. He he is the third person to ask if he's watching TV, and Eddie is so fed up at this point. Yeah.
Like, is the TV on? Is he sitting in front of the couch and watching it? He's watching the TV, guys.
No, it just decided to do this on its own. Here's your sign. Herman begins to ask if he did what he needed to do, and Eddie is truly fed up by now. He's like, does anyone ever trust me? Which, oh boy, I can't tell you how annoyed I was as a kid. I'd get my stuff done before, because I was always home before my parents.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they worked
As
later in the
most of
day.
us were back then.
I'd get my stuff done because I knew, well, okay, first of all, I was a lazy kid for many years. Don't get me wrong. They had reason to ask. But after a while, you think they should have realized I get my stuff done so I can go enjoy the rest of my day.
Right.
And that's how I am now, too. Like, I got home yesterday and I mowed the yard because I'm like, I want to relax and chill and watch Andor. Uh, yeah, but it annoyed me so much, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and they harp on me to do my stuff. I don't do that stuff anymore. I am sorry. It is morning and allergies are going nuts. I should have took a pill. Yeah, they used to, like, if I didn't make my bed, all hell was gonna break loose. You know what I don't do now?
Make your bed.
Oh no. No one's going in my bedroom. Who cares?
They actually say it's not good for you to make your bed every day. You need to, once you get out of bed, leave it open a while so that everything can breathe and get out. Otherwise, you're just trapping in bacteria and stuff like that.
Wash your sheets.
Well, yeah, but not everyone's gonna wash their sheets daily.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so this episode, I truly relate to Eddie in this beginning, because this is how it was for me. Like, oh yes, I got my stuff done. Yes, it was right.
Mm-hmm.
Because believe it or not, as lazy as I was still in accelerated programs. I knew what I was doing before I got kicked out of those accelerated programs for not doing what I was supposed to do. But anyway, so Herman begins to ask, he's like, hey, did you do your stuff? And he's like, hey, no. Trust me. It's done.
It's all done, Bob. I did it all. You guys don't trust me, basically this gets into him being like, you guys just don't trust me.
No, not at all. Which, I mean, again, like myself, he has given them a reason to, but still, trust that other people have asked him.
Yeah.
Herman's like, hey, look, they can't let him take, or I'm sorry, they let him go ahead.
To be fair, trusting that other people asked them to do something or made sure something was done in my house where my in-laws live on our property, I still have to come home at night and make sure my kids did their stuff.
But
that's why
your wife trust that you checked.
What do you
Does
mean?
she ask him as well?
I mean, she's home before me usually now.
Oh, so you don't trust that she checks.
Oh, the heck no. She's all over the place.
All right, that's fair.
we had I texted you something earlier before, and you're like, "Oh, that's."
You did, yeah. No, I totally get it. I get it. All right.
There's reason.
Lily is more there. To put it, she's home. I don't think she has a job in this show. She didn't have a job in the original show.
I mean, people would say she's a housewife in the 90s.
But she's still around that, so she should be, it's like, hey, kids, you doing your shit stuff?
I do feel like the Lily from the original show had more work she was always doing than this one, and this is the 90s, so this is when women were actually getting more into the workforce. So I don't know, it's weird. Yeah.
When were dishwashers invented? Because dishwashers save a lot of time.
Well, first there was man, and then there was dishwashers. No, I'm just
yeah, Herman's like, hey, we let you take Uncle Marvin's ashes to school and trusted to you not to lose him. Yeah. And he's like, no, you never liked Marvin dead or alive anyway. So what's it matter? He's like, yeah. Oh no, this is Herman's way of saying, let me give you some way to trust. Here's the ashes. Don't lose him.
Hmm.
And Eddie's like, no. You don't like him. Give me something that you really, truly care about.
Yeah.
So Herman offers his rare Transylvania stamp collection. One has Bela Lugosi on it in a sports jacket. It's the only image of a suntan. That is a truly good joke. But for Bela Lugosi comes up in this show so much.
Oh yeah, he's like one of the most notable Draculas.
Yeah, Dracula. My wife has started reading those Fourth Wing books.
I don't know what that is.
It's It's fantasy smut, but it's there's a character in there that like steals energy from the earth, and I'm like, oh, Dracula. She's like, it's not a Dracula, or it's not a vampire. She gets mad at me for saying Dracula instead of vampire, but also calling it a vampire. I'm like, that's literally a vampire. You're draining something.
I don't understand why people like to read those romance novels.
I don't. Oh, they're blowing up, dude. They got a graphic novel coming, a
Blowing
TV
up.
show.
Those things have been
No,
around.
the books that she's
Oh, that
reading.
specific one.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
incredibly popular.
Oh, it's probably going to be like a Twilight then. Well, I don't know if anything will get as big as Twilight did when it first popped off anymore, just because of
Better, because Twilight, I read those books.
I never read the books.
They're
Didn't care.
horrible. But I was in a
never-
house with very little options, and I didn't want to read Harry Potter for the 20th time. Not an exaggeration.
I didn't read Harry Potter either. It was past my time as a child.
I learned to read on those books.
You're young.
I mean, it was past you're not that older than me.
I'm almost 100 years old. What are you talking about? When does Harry Potter come out?
Like 94.
Continue. We got to get out of here.
Eddie says real trust is you renting a Corvette and trusting me with the keys. And Herman's like, here's a counter. You go with a faulty transmission. Lily's like, no. There has to be another way for you to show him trust other than giving him something that he could kill himself or someone else.
They came out in 97.
Is it 97? I swear it was younger than that.
Yeah.
How did I not learn to read till I was 6, so whatever.
I was 11.
So it was right in the age range of people who fell in love with the books.
Yeah, but I was reading Goosebumps. Probably at the
time. So much higher tier of art. To be fair, R.L. Stein is amazing.
97, that's probably when I started getting into like watching more like Buffy and stuff like that. So I got into probably more comic stuff at that time too. Because I remember picking up a lot of DC comics in like the mid 90s, 94, 95 myself. All that Superman stuff where it was like pure blue Superman, pure red Superman, you know.
Oh yeah, when you was split into two.
Yeah.
God, the 90s.
But, anyways.
So Eddie's like, look, it doesn't matter. He doesn't trust me, so what's the point? Herman says, all right, well, it's just, yeah, I could just always get you a credit card. And the whole family laughs, and he's like,
yeah,
that's it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, get me that. And Grandpa doesn't even have one. And so he's like, what are you thinking? You gonna buy it for this child? What about me? Give me one. So Lily does.
You know, he said, this is when Herman laughs because he's like, give you your own credit card. And then they all laugh. And he's like, that's a good idea. Eddie, you're a kid. You just don't get a credit card. And then Grandpa goes in and says, why not? I have a credit card. You always maxed it out. Yeah, he does. He says that.
No, they took it away from him. That's the joke.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, he doesn't now, but he says, why not? I have a credit card. You always max it out and dispute the charges till everyone involved is dead. By the way, we forgot something today.
What did we forget?
A time.
A time?
Synopsis time.
Oh, my God.
Sorry about that, guys. Real quick, we will go through this really fast. A matter of trust.
Put it in the front. Synopsis time.
A Matter of Trust, which aired January 26th, 1991, as Tivis previously stated. On the episode of The Munsters Today, Eddie's in pursuit of Herman's trust as Herman battles his dreams and finds solace in Eddie's non-frugal ways. Meanwhile, Marilyn can't keep her tempting self off of Eddie's right shoulder. Will Eddie muzzle Marilyn or become the worst of Herman's nightmares? Will Grandpa be grateful and dead while helping Eddie detox from his addictive habits? Will Herman rip up his future savings while succumbing to a panic attack? Will Eddie howl at the moon and spend? Will his eagerness to please and spend On others, submit him into the depths of debt hell? Or will Eddie learn how to control his animalistic consumer ways? And will chaos ensue? Find out this week on The Munsters Today. Yeah, we're out of it.
So yeah, it's been a while. You have no idea the headache I've had with this, trying to figure out what's wrong with this stupid thing.
All right, so let's go back into this. All right, so this is where so
Eddie begins
Grandpa,
ranting. He's like, "No, why don't you trust me?" And he storms off to his room.
yeah.
So, and Herman's
But
like,
this is, did I say Grandpa? Grandpa says this is why you have credit cards. You max it out, dispute charges till everyone involved is dead.
yeah, you did say that part.
I wish that is how it worked, Grandpa.
Yeah, for the rest of us,
But also, is he killing the credit card people? Like,
that's kind of what I thought too. So Herman's like, I need professional guidance. What channel's the Brady Bunch on?
yeah, he's like, it's times like this a family could use professional guidance. What channel's Brady Bunch on?
This is a mess of an episode, people. I'm sorry. We're tired. It's been a while. It's 2 weeks for me since I've seen this episode.
Yeah. All right, then we get cut, and Grandpa comes in with the newspaper.
Marilyn's doing her nails, which I can't stand. I'm sensitive to smells, and when I'm around nail polish, I get the worst migraines of my life.
Your baby. Put the mask
dude,
on.
get me
over
near one of those shops that sell candles. The Yankee Candle. Oh god, I cannot even go near the door of those places.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So he starts reading a personalized ad to her. Cuddly Count seeks Vixen for ear nibbling and neck biting. And I'm like, is this one he put there or just one he saw and is curious who is moving into his territory? What kind of side story is going on with Grandpa in this episode?
Who knows anymore?
I love that classic one where Grandpa's literally doing stuff in the background while the main story's going on.
Yeah.
No one even questions what's going on.
Yeah.
It's like they wrote a separate script just for Al. It's like, here, you're going to be doing this. Drink a little Pepsi, get a little energy. Herman storms in, being chased by Lily, trying to grab a credit card from his hand, or her hand. No, his hand. It's Eddie's, but he will be the one who has to pay for it.
Yeah.
Grandpa's like, getting Eddie a credit card is like making Roseanne inspector of a Twinkie factory.
Roseanne Barr.
Or, honestly, myself. Especially back then when they were still delicious, delicious Twinkies instead of the dry stuff we have now. I like Twinkies. They talked over it. They decided it was what was best for Eddie, or at least she did. Herman has been through 6 depressions. He doesn't want to go back.
Is that what I wrote here then? It says, I don't want to go back being poor. Back look around. I don't know what that means.
Okay. I just brushed the mic again. I'm sorry. So Grandpa then gets snarky. He's like, not having to worry about that. Look at the house.
Yeah.
He's like, we're already in the poorhouse. Marilyn's jealous. She's like, where is my credit card? I don't know. Is she 18 yet? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Herman's like, you got a comb. That's enough. Plastic is plastic.
Plastic is awesome. Yeah.
Eddie comes down and Lily tells him they have a gift for him. Herman tries to hide it before listening to his wife, kinda. He refuses to let go while handing it to Eddie. You're now like the rest of us, crippling debt. I forget what episode that was from, but
I
So now
don't. I don't remember that one.
at dinner, Herman is annoying everyone by stirring his metal cup a lot. It sounds like my brother-in-law whenever they would make tea. Honestly, like he used to go into work at 5 a.m. before the rest of the entire house, and he would wake us all up with his freaking teacup. That's back when we still lived with my in-laws. Like all of us. There was 6 of us in that house when his girlfriend moved in.
Yeah.
Oof.
What did I do? Okay.
What? What?
Nothing. I thought I hit something.
Okay. When you start whispering, I'm like, what is going on? Are we doing ASMR now? Grandpa's in Eddie's spot, by the way. Lily tells him to call the company and see if Eddie has been spending anything. And Herman's like, no, we must trust him. What's the phone number? As he dumps more sugar in what has to be tea.
Tea or coffee? Yeah.
He begins to call as Lily is ashamed of him, even though it was her idea. And Eddie comes rushing in. Herman hangs up the phone instantly and rushes back to his chair. Eddie sits in Grandpa's chair and scarfs down his food. They're all over the place. I am a creature of habit. If I pick a spot at the dining table, that's mine. Herman is inspecting him closely for new things. Yes, I'm the type of person. I may have a little OCD. I've never been diagnosed, and I never will be. Herman's like,
he goes, new shoes, new shirt, new watch, New Zealand, any plane tickets yet?
going to New Zealand?
This is when Eddie goes, Pop, I haven't even used the card yet. Chill. Come on.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah.
And then the Herman Grandpa's like, go ahead, drink your drink now.
He's got the biggest smile.
And as soon as he spit that out, I'm like, I'm curious if they did that in one take or just that one, or like multiple, because the way they reacted, they were not expecting that.
Yeah. If you look at it, James totally broke, and so did John.
Yeah.
And Howard almost did, but Lee is the only one who managed to keep a straight face during the entire thing. And
Yeah.
I need decaf.
She probably got it on there. She was probably pissed. She's like, what the hell?
It was so good because you just see James, like, he starts to look at John and turns away with a smirk. He's like, he can't keep it in. He laughs a little bit. It was such a good scene. I love that.
Then we go into the kitchen. Cut to the kitchen scene. Eddie's making a peanut butter and jelly because he's got that jelly with the peanut butter mixed in that they did back in the 90s.
Yeah,
I don't remember what they call
disgusting. Like, I still remember when we got the purple and green ketchup, and that was gross. What the heck were we thinking?
Oh, that was awesome.
No, it wasn't. You could literally taste the food dye.
When you had the yellow ketchup and you put it in the mustard bottle.
Oh.
Just to mess with people.
I hate mustard. Not as much as I hate pickles. I can still eat mustard, but good God, is it better without?
Anyways, this peanut butter and jelly though is the mixture one where it was like the line of jelly, line of peanut butter, line of jelly, line of peanut butter. Remember those? I think it was like, I don't want to. Was it Schmuckers? Was that a jelly?
I don't recall
that they did back then. Yeah, I can't hear you. There you go.
I don't recall any of this.
You don't remember any of those things?
No.
It's because you were born in the 90s.
The literal beginning.
So you wouldn't remember that stuff. So Marilyn barges in and is just like, I am the like laughing stock of the high school because of you, mister.
Yeah. My younger cousin gets a card before me? They're calling you the geek with the golden card. Hell?
Yeah.
I don't get that nickname. The geek with a gold card hell. First of all, he doesn't have a gold card. What are you writing down? Am I not talking?
No, you're good.
All right. Are you taking notes for me? I don't like this. I feel like I'm being judged. No one can believe he hasn't used it in a week.
just so people know, Tivis's annual review is coming up, so I have to take notes of everything he does and says.
Oh no. Eddie's like, I haven't needed anything. He's like, who needs anything? Don't waste plastic. And he's like,
Yeah.
fine, I'll make a list. Earplugs for me, muzzle for Marilyn. By the way, dire wolves are back. I wrote this when they were announcing that. That's pretty cool. I know they're not pure dire wolves. Don't care. It's cool.
By the way, Marilyn is a horrible, horrible person, and she's the little devil on the right-hand side of the shoulder.
Yeah, you think that. We haven't got the grandpa yet. Cut to Lily knitting with Herman asleep on her lap. Grandpa's reading the paper.
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa says he might be more comfortable in the fireplace, pointing to Herman, which reminds me of the classic episode where he fell asleep on the couch and he snores and draws the fire at him.
Yeah.
That was funny. Eddie rushes in to ask a question, but she tells him to be quiet. Your dad is sleeping.
Are Herman's shoes, or are they built onto him?
That is a good question. That is a really good question.
Anyways.
I can't answer it. So, yeah, first time. It's the first time he's been asleep since buying that card. And Grandpa says, "Looks like he finally got over the fear of you putting him in the poorhouse." Yeah,
maybe.
You know that means Eddie lost his damn card, but because it looks like he ran in with like a worry on his face, and that's really what I thought was going to happen. But
right.
Oh, Dad must finally trust me.
Dream state.
Herman's dream. I'm playing with a paper clip.
It's a Wayne's World reference, guys.
In his dream, he's asked the bank to raise the credit card to $1 million. Eddie leaves to do his homework. A fine, trustworthy son. The doorbell rings. It's a package. Herman asks if it's a COD, but no, already paid by card. COD, by the way, means like collect on delivery. I knew that from my day working at the truck company that is no longer exists, and now I can finally say, screw them. Yeah. I don't care what kind of paperwork I signed. You're out of business now. Herman goes to tip, but Eddie already did that. $20, which is $47 today. And $40 to the dispatcher, which is $93 today. Nice guy. Herman begins freaking out. Another one arrives. Then many, many more.
A giant TV. 30-incher.
Lily just sits on the couch and begins worry knitting. Herman then begins screaming no more credit cards in his sleep and wakes up. Eddie says if this is stressing him out that much, he can just have it back. And Herman's like, no. I trust you. I'm like, dude, just take the card. It's literally a win for you. Now he's going upstairs and filing for bankruptcy.
This is then we get a jump scene
to Grandpa's like, I think he's taking this very well.
To Herman on the phone with the credit card company trying to figure out what's been bought and all that stuff, and Marilyn's like, or Lily's like, yeah, Eddie's gonna be really also upset.
What are his school grades?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lily's so upset by this, but I'm like, it was your idea. You gave it to him.
Yeah. Well, no, she's like, Eddie will be really upset when he hears you're checking up on him. And then Herman goes, a doctor checks up, a father spies.
Yeah, he does. No, 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 no. Yeah.
Truth.
Lily's taking care of her plant again, which is it's nice that it has a place, but I'm still confused. I thought, okay, I guess they're just trying to spruce up the set, but sure. That's when the doorbell rings and he hangs up. It's a package for Eddie. Eddie Munster. Herman takes it, letting the dude know who he is. You know, I'm the father. Give it to me.
Oh, yeah. You're the guy who gave a 15-year-old his own credit card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he starts laughing.
How does this
And
delivery guy know how old the Eddie is?
I guess it's a small suburb.
I don't know.
Herman wonders how much it costs, but Lily says it can't be that much. It's just a plain ordinary package. Oh boy.
So was Ivana Trump before her plastic surgery.
You know,
That's, I get, yeah. But this was when they were still together, right?
Yeah.
90,
Probably.
yeah, 91, yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. So he has to open
Did
it.
she change her last name back, or did she keep the Trump last name?
I think she kept it because all the articles when she passed were all that.
Okay. I know, because some ladies will change their names back to their maiden name. I think that's more of like a newer thing, though, that people do.
It also costs money. That's why my mom kept my dad's last name for so long before she remarried.
It depends. Sometimes it costs money. Sometimes, like, the courts will offer it up to you, depending on the state you live in, too.
Well, I'll tell you, in Ohio, they cost money.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's like, I gotta open it. And Lily tells him, no,
Also,
leave
if
it.
you're a smart woman, you'll make the ex-husband pay for it in the divorce. I'm just saying. Like,
Unless it's amicable, which
that's my legal advice right there. Like, make sure that that's in the divorce, that he has to pay for your legal paperwork to change your name back. Amicable. Give me my fucking name back.
oh, you know, you could find public documents online if you search and stuff. And I don't know how I found it, but I found my parents' divorce papers. It literally got finalized on my dad's birthday.
I didn't think that would be like public.
Oh yeah, it's public court records.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of interesting, since you said that was on your birthday too, did you
No,
know
not
that?
mine, his.
Oh, and his. Oh,
Yeah.
dang.
Yeah.
That sucks too. That's the worst too.
Yeah.
Anyways, did you know that Shakespeare was born on the same day he died?
That sucks. What a birthday present. At
Yeah.
least the Pope made
I
it
guess he
past Easter.
died the same day he was born. So he died on his birthday.
Yeah.
Which was, it's crazy. Yeah.
At
Anyway,
least the Pope made it past Easter.
it was April 23rd, I believe it was, is when I saw it. Yeah.
That's kind of like the guy who invented the Segway, driving the Segway off a cliff.
That's just an urban legend. That's
No,
not.
it's true. Look it up.
No,
Look it up. It's true.
I don't believe that.
It's true. I looked it up.
Is it fake news or woke news? That's one of the two.
It's ironic news.
That's fucking hilarious.
So yeah, Herman's like, I need to open it. And Lee's like, no, leave it on the coffee table until Eddie gets home. Ignore
Dun,
it.
dun, dun,
So
dun.
Herman tries. Then he grabs at it, and Lily's like, it could just be a tennis racket. He likes that. Yeah, something small. Until he lists off all the other equipment needed.
He's like, I'm holding a $3 million tennis ball.
Eddie stands in the archway telling him he's wrong and happily says it's only $3.15.
Yeah,
which
you're
is
holding a $3.15 fake nose, he says.
$7 today, which I wouldn't even pay $3 for it. So
yeah, I wouldn't have paid $3 for it. Also, where is he ordering this from?
Catalog? Probably comics.
I was gonna say, like, when you think of it, like,
I'm
ordering
surprised he didn't go for the X-ray glasses.
Well, when you think of ordering nowadays, it was like You just got Amazon, eBay, whatever. This got delivered to his house, so it had to be from a catalog. Because
Or
if you went to the store and ordered this to be delivered, that's ridiculous because they probably charged a delivery fee.
oh, definitely. But we know
Secondly, he does read the comics, you're right, but that did they have a credit card spot on the comic things back then? I'd have to pull an old 90s comic to check, but
they
I
might have
don't
had just a phone number to call. Then you just give them the number. I mean, that technology hasn't changed much. You just read the number off.
let me see. How would you price a random? Nope. Calling along. Nope. Nope. No. Okay, this did not help me. Screw you guys.
I love that Herman immediately puts it on as well and
Yeah.
tells him he better have paid cash. Like, nope,
Yeah.
it's my first purchase. And Lily is impressed that this was his very first. It was Grandpa's idea.
Grandpa, what have you done?
Yeah. It couldn't be as bad as you imagined.
Yeah. And then they go, "You're now a full-fledged member of society. Yeah, you're in debt like the rest of us."
Oh, it was this episode that they said it in.
Yeah.
And he's like, it feels good. Feels real good.
What the heck? Did I miss a whole thing for notes?
Wow, it's tough.
Oh, I missed this whole scene with Eddie and Marilyn coming in. So Marilyn's sitting at the dinner table, and Eddie comes in with his
Oh, that's happening right now.
Yeah, that's happening right now. I didn't write any notes down for that. That's why I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And Eddie's like, "Do you want to go to this show? Do you want to go to this concert?"
Madonna.
Was it Madonna?
Madonna's coming to town.
He's like, "I'm gonna charge it."
I've decided to loosen up a little.
And Marilyn's eyes. Oh my goodness. I just saw it. I'm gonna post this picture on here because holy moly.
I knew a dude. I'll go into a little anecdote while you're doing that. I knew a dude in high school that would actually, we were seniors in high school, which is 12th grade for international listeners, or 12th year, whatever you call it. We had, he was a good buddy of mine, used to be. And he was in so much credit card debt already. He was using a credit card to pay off another one. No joke.
I never had a credit card till I got married.
My first one was 2016 when I bought this computer I'm using and built it because they gave me 8 months no interest to pay it off.
All right, here, check these eyes out.
That's great.
For audio listeners, there is a visual of Marilyn seeing Eddie's card in his hand. Dude, you can't tell me, you guys cannot look at this image and say she is not a succubus with that image. Screw you guys. I'm going home. That's my rumor, by the way. I'm taking it to the grave. I better get credit for that if they ever put it in a movie, dang it. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is she gets super excited over it. And she's like, "Oh, you probably really shouldn't." She kind of talks herself out of it and Eddie out of it at the same time. And Eddie seems bummed. It's like he wants to use his money to help other people, not help other people, but make other people feel good.
See,
which
I
isn't
got
a
it.
bad thing.
I got it as he's doing this for Marilyn as well, so it's not a selfish purchase.
Yeah.
And as he's walking away, he's like, "I'll throw in a limo," and she just looks at him like he's insane.
Right. I got it as like he was like trying to do it for other people. That's what my takeaway was on it.
See,
But
mine was, he's trying to lessen his guilty conscience by saying it's not just for me.
Well, because doesn't he get? He said that he got. I don't know if it's come up yet. It hasn't come up yet. It's about to come up where he tells about how he's got stuff for other people, too.
Yeah.
Maybe he just has a spending addiction. It doesn't
Maybe.
matter what it's for. Then we go down to Grandpa's lab where Eddie's listening to some music, and
He gives his music player to Leonard.
yeah, ends up putting on Leonard. He's
He's
like,
like,
"Oh, what you listening to?"
I don't deserve them. Yeah, that's when Grandpa comes down.
Yeah, and Grandpa checks out the headphones. He's like, "What you listening to?" Well, these aren't Leonard's. He only listens to Grateful Dead.
Which
And Leonard does a nice shoulder shrug.
yeah, it's really good. He's like, hey, Eddie, want to join me for a new experiment? You heard of a bomb pop? This is a bat pop. Only problem is when you're done, you're left with a stick. And vampires don't care for those.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, that's great marketing.
Yeah. He's like, I'm afraid vampires won't go for it. Because once you're done with the bat, all you're left over with is a steak. Yeah. We could make this on plastic sticks, Grandpa.
Go metal.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's not as dangerous to vampires.
So Eddie's gone crazy spending. That's what I wrote in my notes here. His grandpa's pulling random stuff out of a bag.
Here's a lore question for you. You know a bit about vampires. Does the steak have to be wooden?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, metal, they're fine. If it goes through the roof of their mouth, they're okay.
Yeah, because so in the case of like say Blade, where he's shooting the metal ones, that's because it's silver. And then their lore, the silver works as well.
Werewolves.
Right? Alan. Now you could always have a metal stake with a wood tip. Which would actually be more useful because you wouldn't get splinters then.
In the comics, I'm really the Massiverse Rogue Sun title. There's a vampire werewolves, like a family of them, and they're like hillbilly gangsters, kind of. It's great.
Okay.
They just got introduced to the matriarch of the family in the last issue, and it was so good. It's like, Grandma saved me. What's this old lady gonna do? Oh, you have no idea.
But yeah, no, like it needs to be wooden. They actually have to hit them in the heart. So I think there was one thing I had watched before or something where like someone hit the vampire with a wood stake and it didn't go in their heart, but the sliver of it like stayed near their heart and they had to like have it removed or something.
That sounds like something from Underworld.
Maybe it was. I don't remember.
I've never seen it, but it just sounds like an Underworld type problem.
Yeah. Maybe.
Mm.
So
we're getting off topic.
Anyways.
Yeah, Grandpa's like, what's this? He pulls a bag out from under the table full of CDs, a CD player, sunglasses, a Nintendo game, and what I think is I think he says is Epilady, which is a laser hair removal device.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, how did these get here, I wonder? And Eddie's like,
which it makes sense for Eddie to have a hair removal device. He is a werewolf.
I didn't think about that. That does make sense. Okay. I didn't think about that. So yeah, Eddie caves. He's like, yeah, no, I bought other stuff, but he can stop anytime he wants. Grandpa's like, do you want to talk about it? I have it under control. You sure? Eddie raises his arm sleeve and he has on 7 watches.
Yeah. Like, this is what it's come to. I got a 3 watch a day habit. Dang it.
It all started when I got that gift for Dad. It felt so good buying. The next day I walked past a pet shop and bought 6 baby chimps. Where are those chimps?
What it was. Freedom for 6 baby chimps. Yeah.
He's addicted and Grandpa's judging him hard while the sad
he goes after he talks about I bought the freedom for 6 baby chimps, he says, "Thanks, Mr. Munster. Mr. Munster," he called me. Mr. Munster, he called me. Mr. So it was like a feeling of pride too.
Yeah.
It's like an adult. I get you, Eddie. Sometimes I feel like an adult.
Oh, whenever anyone calls my wife madam at the restaurants, she like you could see the shiver run up her spine.
I don't think I've ever heard like a waiter or anything like that. Maybe like in a high end place they would.
It's just Cracker Barrel.
Oof.
Or ma'am. She called her ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, I could see because it's more southern, like, yeah, or sweetie.
I don't know if I'd be okay with that one. Like, hey,
Is it calling them sweetie or
call
ma'am?
her sweetie.
Yeah. What if they call you sweetie?
I don't care about it, sir.
See, that's sexist, Tivis.
I don't care.
That's sexist as
I'm
Tivis.
a jealous person. What can I say?
Tivis controls his wife. He locks her up in the basement, ties her
I
with
don't
chains.
control her. I just know that other people look.
When someone else calls her sweetie, he locks her into the basement and makes her smell the cat litter box.
God, no, that'd be horrible.
And we're like, not so sweet now, are you?
God, doing laundry down there is, oh,
You know they have these things called litter scoops, and you just clean it.
I do.
Okay.
It's actually about time to change the litter. I just need to go buy.
Try having chickens and ducks. They stink.
That's
Anyways,
your choice.
yeah.
So yeah, some sad music begins playing, and Grandpa's like, "You came to the right person. I ended the Inquisition, found the cure to the Black Plague, and Mick Jagger got it Mick Jagger over his shyness." I'm like, Grandpa, I feel like you started the Inquisition, began the Black Plague, and maybe you could taught Mick Jagger to not be shy. So we cut to Herman answering the door. It's a delivery. Herman's like, "Aren't you the same guy from my dream?" And the delivery guy, "Oh,
And
you're
this is
one
the
of those guys."
this is the uncredited guy too. So let
Yeah.
me see if I can get a screenshot of him
He's like,
so that
"Oh,
he actually gets something. If someone knows who this is, they can post in the comments of the video or anything like that. I tried to do a Google image search with it and it did not work.
mhm,
But I would still like to know who he is, what he's done, stuff like that.
mhm."
Oh,
So
taking
yeah, he's like, "Oh, you're one of those guys. I'm warning you, no pinching. Here's your receipt." Grandpa is sitting with Lily, helping her with knitting yarn. Yeah, there's the guy for people watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
Why is this guy not credit at all?
I don't know, man.
I
Actually, I'm
kind of
gonna try. Go on.
could he be like a member of the crew they just put on set because they needed an extra body? Because that does happen.
Maybe.
What was it in Scrubs? The delivery guy at first, that's literally a member of the crew who eventually
Well,
becomes part of the janitors gang.
if you ever watched Three Ninjas growing up,
Never heard
one
of it.
of
The look on your face. The look of pure shock. Audio listeners, you cannot imagine the look that he just gave me.
I
Three.
moving
Oh,
forward.
what just happened? Why did it go full screen on me? What is going on?
I think AI is racist because I Google image search this guy and it just gives me a bunch of random black actors.
That is a 90 poster, if I ever saw one.
What?
Three Ninjas.
You've never seen Three Ninjas?
Never
I mean,
heard of it.
the first two were good.
Oh, they're movies.
Yeah. There's one with Hulk Hogan. No, that's a horrible movie.
There's 4 of them.
Yeah. The first 2 are good. The third one's okay, but the fourth one is no.
Oh, that's the one with Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the first one's really good.
They recast one of them in the second one, and he came back for the third. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. It was the age of the actors stuff. But anyways, if you watch the first one, there's 3 guys that are like bad guys in it. They're like the goofy bad guys. So what happened was in the casting is one guy was cast as like the main bad goofy guy.
Mm-hmm.
And another guy that was cast, he thought he was playing that guy. So this was like happening the day they were going to record on set. That guy quit because he didn't want to play the role that he was actually cast for. The guy just up and quit. So they used the assistant camera operator. The guy was like, I can do it. He did it. And like, if you watch the movie, you wouldn't even know that he wasn't an actor cast for the movie because he's so good in it.
It's like Harrison Ford. He was literally a carpenter on set.
Yeah. That's how he got Solo, right?
Yeah. George was impressed with him and he's like, hey, you want to do a role?
Well, I mean, Johnny Depp got his start in
Nightmare on Elm Street because the director's daughter liked him.
His friend was there for the casting. Yeah. Anyways, moving forward, let's get through this episode.
Yeah, Grandpa's like helping Lily knit. I don't know exactly what's going on. He's like holding it while she's knitting. Eddie got Herman a $3,000 or $7,000 today wristwatch. Grandpa comments that's wholesale price. And Eddie's like, no. I paid retail. And the matching diamond pinky ring will be arriving separate. And then another dude shows up with a horse and saddle. Grandpa says, it's a pure Arabian. And Lily's like, how do you know that? He just looks her dead in the eye and says, it's the accent. It's more and more people from his dream.
Yeah.
Eddie
it's all the delivery guys.
It says they've got the hot tub in the Ferrari, and Lily and Herman rush off to see. Grandpa is a genius. First Mick Jagger, now him. And I'm like, how is this helping? Lily rushes in. Do you have any idea how many graves your father will have to dig to pay for all this? I will have to bury the entire country of Newark.
Do it, Herman.
Grandpa says he's been there. They won't know the difference in zones out. Just the indifference of Howard as Grandpa is so great in this show. Like it's a different feel to the chaoticness of Al Lewis, but it works so well.
Yeah. And this is when Herman is sorry about that in the microphone. I just hear that in my headphones. This is when Herman starts getting really frustrated and angry and ripping up the papers in his hand that are the receipts.
Yeah,
are the invoices or whatever.
We need a signature for the Picasso. No more allowance, no TV, no dessert, no ice cream. Is ice cream not a dessert, Herman? Eddie's like, stop. It's returnable. And Lily's like,
just part of my cure.
What?
And then Grandpa's like, yeah, you give him too much of a good thing.
Yeah, you party till you puke, shop till you drop.
Yeah. Eddie, I'm so proud of you. Me too. I'm glad I could trust you. I was trying to read my note.
I thought I dropped out again.
Yeah, and then Eddie goes, yep, it's all good, just as long as you keep the receipts. After Herman ripped them all up.
Get the tape.
Right? I actually kind of get this because there are times where I will go to the store. I'll just buy something because I have the urge to buy it, but I will just return it in like 2 days because I'm like, I'm over it. I don't. Yeah, I'm that guy.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like I'm like I'll grab something, be like, all right. Like yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. I went to a store. I had to get something that I needed for medical. I just bought 2 of them. I bought one for a arm and one for a wrist. I was like, I don't know which one I'm gonna like more. So let me just buy both and I'll return whichever one I don't want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't understand that, but if it works for you, that's
I mean, I'm getting the money back. It don't matter.
yeah. I don't. I
I
mean,
get it, Eddie.
it
I
seems
get
like a
it.
hassle, but so
I mean,
yeah.
not if you're there all the time.
Eddie's like, I gotta get it out of my system with negative reinforcement, and Grandpa's like, yeah, watch this. He pulls out the card, and Eddie's like, no, cut it in half, cut it in half. And Lily is so proud of him.
Yeah.
Herman is so happy they will take all this back tomorrow. Yeah, no problem. Just as long as you keep the receipts. And Eddie hugs Grandpa, who goes from smiling to frowning, looking at what Herman is holding. Saying, you idiot.
Idioto.
Last scene. Let's get through this, and then we'll do talk real
Yeah.
quick. The family's sitting around in the living room when Eddie rushes in saying the credit card company wants to use him in a commercial. Lily asks what he has to do. The usual. Hi, you don't know me, but I'm Eddie Munster. Then this card zooms up to the screen, and we see it's Transylvanian Express card master. We get some Transylvania voiceover now, and Eddie just smiles, and we freeze frame.
Don't leave without it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that say about your spending when you spend so much? They're like, oh, you should be a spokesperson.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like, hey, you have a lot of debt. You can't pay it off. You want to be a spokesperson to pay it off?
So final thoughts. Let's go. You.
Oh man, I don't. This episode was all over the place. It wasn't really like a super. He didn't learn anything. He just didn't. And he had bad people surrounding him the entire time, telling him to spend, spend, spend. And Grandpa's idea, while it makes sense in some ways, is also like not great advice to give a 15-year-old kid.
No, it is not.
Yeah, it's just not good advice to give to a 15-year-old kid.
No. And
I'm not even sure. Like, I mean, I said what I said about how sometimes I'll go and buy stuff and return it. I wouldn't even give that advice to an adult because there's a lot of adults that might just forget about it, or they'll be like, I already got it, so I might as well just keep it. Yeah.
so, yeah, I don't. This
Check
one
this
is
out.
definitely.
Oh, a matter of trust.
For audio listeners, he just put up that great little decal of the title, Eddie with the card, Herman with his nose, and Marilyn looking very unhappy.
Yeah. Sad Marilyn. Ow. All right.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought it's a fun one. It had some great jokes. I loved some of the acting in
Yeah.
it. The breaking of character during the dining room scene was hilarious. I watched that repeatedly quite a few times just because I wanted to.
I think we got spoiled with the end of last season having some heavy hitters.
Yeah.
That when you get into episodes like this, you kind of forget about the laid back stuff, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lesson in this one is definitely questionable. I agree with you there.
Yeah.
But it's a fun, dumb episode, and I'm 100% for that. I'm tired of these TV shows cutting to try and you have to get to the point. No, sometimes you need just fun, dumb episodes in the middle of the stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not a fan of I'm sorry, European listeners. I'm not a fan of your 8 to 12 episode seasons at all. Give me the filler. I'm the type of person that want the filler.
We talking. That's literally what shows are nowadays.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not a fan of it.
I don't mind it. Like the original Dexter show, I think it was only like 12 episode seasons or something like that.
Nah.
They told a really good story and they had some filler episodes in there.
I'm just glad sitcoms have remained true to themselves and kept to the 22 to 24 episode season.
While employing Kevin James for everyone.
He's not in Ghosts or St. Dennis or Abbott Elementary yet. I'm sure he can make an appearance in that.
Give him time. He'll be a ghost.
Well, they're in Philly though.
He'll show up and be a ghost in Ghosts.
So, but yeah, overall enjoyable episode. Not too heavy, not a big thinker, but it's fun.
Yeah. All right. So next episode that we record for you guys, what's that?
I'm just looking at the name of it and being like, I don't even know where to begin with this one.
Next episode we talk about is going to be called Large and in Charge. Herman episode, maybe?
Yeah, I'm thinking Herman. Maybe he gets a fat suit.
Or are they going to make some jokes about Herman's largeness?
Like a baguette?
Like
That's a Scrubs reference.
Like Lily's lovely largeness of Herman. I don't know, dude.
Like a baguette.
It's a word. It's a one word. I don't get it.
Yeah, this is so vague. Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be a fat joke heavy episode. Just because that's how these writers have been going.
Did we get Grandpa in the fat suit?
That would be interesting.
Or Eddie. Because we've always had Lily in kind of like a fat suit in one of the episodes. It was in like the alt universe one where she was just like slimy and fat and stuff and always eating. It was was it the Christmas one? Like not the Christmas one, but like the Christmas movie that we watched. Where like Herman went into an alt world and saw her and all she was doing was just eating and
yeah,
wearing the big moo dress and stuff.
Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah. So
yeah.
All right. Yeah, I got nothing for that one.
All right. Well, as we close out, I just want to say there's a lot of bad stuff out there right now. So just do your absolute best to hold on to the hope. You know, my favorite quote is "It's always darkest before the dawn," and our future is ours to make, and we have to continue striving for, what we want it to be. Never give in to despair, no matter how much it overwhelms you, and just continue finding ways to keep yourself happy, whether it be your favorite sitcom, favorite book, going outside and enjoying nature.
Mm-hmm.
Do what you can to take care of yourself, your mental stability, and continue just pushing forward with what you want the world to be like.
And I agree. And always remember, peanuts make peanut butter.
But not jelly.
No, yes. That was good words, Tivis. I don't know how much of that is ripped from different movies, but good words.
I don't know. I wrote it like immediately after watching the episode.
Gotcha. Yeah. Any final words besides that then?
No, that was it.
All right. Well, I guess thank you guys, and hopefully this episode came together pretty well for everybody. And we will catch y'all next time as we take another stroll down 1313 Mockingbird Lane.
The lesson I want you to learn is it doesn't matter what you look like. You can be tall or short, or fat or thin, or ugly, or handsome, like your father. Or you can be black or yellow or white. It doesn't matter. What does matter is the size of your heart.
Monday.